Hello everyone, this is Tully Burnalot coming into you live from Porto Public University, particularly the psychology faculty. Thank you for tuning in. The music we'll be hearing in the background is, let's say, the second movement of Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata. Now onto the subject of today's, I wouldn't say video, but audio piece followed by narration. On the subject of responsibility. Now, as some of you might know, and as some of you might not know, I have recently come back to college for my second year of psychology. And considering that I got to choose my timetable, everyone else got to choose their timetable, which means I got a particularly shitty one, because the web designer for my university's website is a fucking retard who has no idea how to do web design. As a consequence, the timetable attribution mechanics started at 3 p.m. on a day like 3 weeks ago, and I had to spend an extra 15 minutes just trying to find the link. Unfortunately, that means that I have a particularly shitty timetable, and for instance, in Tuesday, I have 4 hours of waiting between my second to last class and my last class, and on Thursday, my first class ends at 11 a.m., and my second class begins at 5:30 p.m. This, of course, leads to some very interesting and nasty little situations where I am getting home really late, and there's nothing really I can do to stop that. And in fact, I wasn't going to record because I honestly thought that the audio was fucked up, but then I managed to procure a pair of headphones, and apparently the audio isn't that bad. On the subject of responsibility, when I started this channel, I did not expect it to be something more than a hobby. Okay, I'm lying. I expected it to be turned into an overnight sensation. But then again, I was young. I was 17 or whatever. But here's the deal. I have been doing this for a little over a year and a half, and for many times during the year and a half, and in fact pretty much every single day ever since I clicked that upload button for the first time, there's been a voice in my head nagging me saying, oh, you better stop doing this, you're not going to be able to do this, it's a fucking useless waste of your time, better just give up. And there have been times where I honestly considered giving up. But here's the deal. I can establish a parallel here. I have two major responsibilities right now. Responsibility number one is mainly school, obviously. I need to ace this semester. I didn't exactly ace the past year, ended with a 16 out of 20 average, which is pretty damn fucking good by my country's standards, by anyone's standards really. But I wanted to ace it this particular semester, and in fact, this past week, I've been reading not only 3 books on Freud, I only need to read 2, but I read the third one because whatever. I've been reading 3 books on Freud. I've also been reading on an adolescence book, which is for another course entirely, and it's been incredibly hard, incredibly freaking complicated to manage my time, in accordance, of course, with the fact that I have to get home really late, and I also have to read all the books. Also, my internet's been shitty because apparently God decided to send storms over to Portugal, which means that my internet is really inconsistent. That, and r/Let's Play My Game subreddit has been incredibly dry. I mean, for several, like a week and a half or something, the last game that's been there is How Do I Draw? Which, as far as I'm aware of, is Paint. Which is fucking ridiculous. It's not a game. Get your fucking game off the subreddit if it's not a game. I can't even make it work. I'm assuming it's Paint because I can't make it work. Either on Chrome, Firefox, and, what's it called? Internet Explorer. Like, it kind of started working in Internet Explorer, but then it just stopped, and then it started again, and I hate Internet Explorer, and then I tried downloading it, and then it didn't work. It's fucking ridiculous. But here's the deal. I have not been able to get anything to review, really. There's been a dry shortage of things in the r/Let's Play My Game. The International Games Festival, which is hosting currently a Let's Play IGF, thing, which I've actually signed up for. It's really available for you to see on Reddit. And what happens is, what they're going to do is they're going to take the IGF game contestants and send them over to a list of people that are compiling. There's like a few dozen people already. And hopefully I'll be able to grab a couple of videos from there. But here's the point, is either that, or Reddit, or Steam, there just aren't enough games to go around, and I just literally haven't had enough time. So, I'm not closing the channel, don't worry about that. Onto the issue of responsibility. I have 2 responsibilities. Responsibility number 1, as I told you, was figuring out an ace in this semester. Responsibility number 2 is, I have a responsibility towards you. There's no one probably watching this, but I have a responsibility towards you. the viewer. I need to create high, but reasonable quality content. I need to produce it regularly. I need to produce it in a way that doesn't make you want to say, fuck, what the hell is this? And I've been failing that in the past month, basically. It's been hectic, it's been complicated, it's been a lot of time wasted, But with the new semester and the fact that I honestly just need an excuse to not work, because I'm a procrastinator by heart, I will try to maintain a more positive and more attitude towards this. I'll try to maintain a more regular attitude towards this. Mainly, I'm going to try and make it into a Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing. Because Monday, I have a nice little interregnum between my first and last classes. Wednesday and Friday, I don't have any classes at all in the afternoon, which means pretty much that I have the afternoon free. It's amazing. So, that is what I'm basically giving you the information on. This is basically what I'm, I forget the fucking phrase, committing myself to. That's the point. I'm committing myself to this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, possibly Saturday or Sunday if the case may be. Do not expect a lot of review videos, mainly because I just can't receive enough codes. I've been sending emails to quite literally dozens of independent indie developers on Steam, on the Zura. I've been looking through r/let's play, r/let's play my game. I'm just not getting enough keys. I would like to be a reviewer one day, but it's kind of hard to be one or to start being one when you don't have the material to review. Sorry about that. This is really improvised video. This is basically a really big room, and I'm 7:56 a.m. So I am going to try and take this a bit more responsibly from the time being, even if I have to force myself to sit down and fucking do it. Because frankly, I like doing this. It's less of a case of me not wanting to do this, less of a case of me not liking it, more of a case of I like it, but I'm really fucking lazy, and starting is what's the problem. Because in order to start this recording, and it's basically not even going to hit 10 minutes, in order to start this recording, I waited like half an hour. We're going through 9gag, because it's work, and I don't want to work. But I'm fucking 20. I need to start learning about responsibility sooner or later, so eventually I decided I'm going to do this. And most of my videos were like that. I procrastinated until eventually it got to the point where I said, I have to do this. So I did this. So onto the issue of responsibility. I have two responsibilities. One, ace the semester, later on ace the year. Two, provide for you regular and effective... I think I noticed what the... Oh, why is the chair? Never mind. Sorry about that. Responsibility number 2 is provide for you regular, quality content that you can appreciate, that you can share, that you can look at, again, yada 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 yada. So, onto the issue of responsibility and accountability. I am not going to end the channel, ever. Period. The world may be ending. The oceans might be engulfing us, and Azathoth himself may come to deliver us unto a new age and under his mercy. But I will continue doing this because I like this, and frankly I find it to be incredibly fun. And the situations that I've been finding myself lately have been hilarious. Right now I'm in my university, in a very empty room. I'm looking at an empty bowl of toast. A bowl of toast, yes. Across the room right there. Last video, was probably, if you heard, it was in my friend's house. I went to my friend's house and I recorded it there. She basically left me alone in a room for 20 minutes. And I recorded the video, and then I had to be stuck at her house for next to 3.5 hours because it wouldn't stop raining. And it's just been, I have the feeling that it's going to be an interesting year, to say the least. So, thank you for putting up with this insane bullshit. Thank you for putting up with me not having videos. Thank you for putting up with all of this. I will attempt to provide for you a more regular schedule. Until then, thank you for tuning in, and please stay tuned in to the next video, which will hopefully not be delayed as a result of my own incompetence. You have been listening to Tully Burnalot, and it has been a pleasure listening back to you.